Greetings, champions. Welcome to webinar 17, Total Transformation Secrets. I'm Dr. Lisa Singletary, your host. Tony, can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. And Tony Breland, everybody needs a Tony Breland in their lives. So we're recording and we're going to get the screen share going. And here we go. And let's do it full screen, shall we? All right, you got that, Tony? I saw your lips.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, so we're learning today how to fuel our mitochondria. The month of April, more frogs down there than I thought. The month of April is energy and mitochondria month. And so last week, we talked about the roles of mindset and motion for our mitochondria. Today, we're talking about macronutrients. So how do we feed? I wanted to get, I didn't want to, but I wonder what ChatGPT would have done with this image concept if I had taken my little mighty Mito and turned him into the feed me from little shop of horrors. That plant, you know. But we're learning today on the road to optimal wellness how to feed the secrets to fueling our energy engines. So we're talking macros for mitos, macronutrients for our mitochondria. So by the end of this session, you will learn the food-focused secrets to fueling your cells, fighting fatigue, and feeling more like you again. Now, you guys know I love using I love ChatGPT, and ChatGPT has learned that I love a good alliteration. And I don't think I've ever had an alliteration with F's before. So shout out to ChatGPT for putting all these F's together for me. Here's the problem. Food is not energy until you make change. What does that mean? Well, let's go to the ATP energy arcade. Let's, and this is an overview of the next few slides, but if your food, the proteins, the carbohydrates, and the fats that you take in is like walking into an arcade or a laundromat with a $20 bill. The $20 bill, you have to put into the change machine in order to get the ATP or the coins out that you can actually use in the machines. And your metabolism is the change machine. Okay, let's dig into this. So imagine walking into an arcade or a laundromat with a $20 bill. You've got plenty of money, but it's useless unless you visit the change machine. That's how your body works with food. Proteins, healthy fats, carbs, ideally from fiber-rich produce. We'll talk about that later. These are your $20 bills, but your cells can't spend them directly. Your metabolism is the change machine. Your metabolism takes food and converts it into something that your cells can use, which is ATP, and they are your biological quarters. ATP is the currency, so not $20 bills, but quarters, that powers your entire body, your brain, your muscles, your repair systems in your cells, your Golgi apparatus that packages things, Detoxification, every heartbeat requires energy, and it gets that energy from ATP quarters. But what happens when the machine is jammed? Your metabolism is sluggish, your mitochondria get damaged. If you're eating the wrong bills, like the wrong unprocessed foods, you don't get as many quarters as you usually do. Your body gets short, runs short on ATP. Your energy is drained. You feel foggy, fatigued, frustrated. Oh my goodness, I missed that one. Another alliteration. ChatGPT for the win. Foggy, fatigued, frustrated. And here's my own alliteration. It's a dull, actually, this is Bobby Hyder from Southern High School, a doleful, disadvantageous dilemma. I think Bobby's a doctor. I don't know what he's doing now. Got to catch up with him. But shout out to Dr. Hyder. Okay. So we want to fuel your cells the right way. You need clean energy. You could say high octane energy, high octane fuel that will burn cleaner, right? So how do we do that? High quality macros, micronutrients, which we're going to talk about next week, that support your mitochondria, and a healthy gut and metabolism. And when your change machine is running smoothly, every cell gets what it needs, and so do you. And I want to say this for the for the metabolism. Where does that start? It starts in your mouth, right? And this isn't a tip that I put on here, but chewing up your food is the beginning of your metabolism, because that breaks down those big particles of food into smaller particles. Then your stomach acid can break it down, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So we want to do that right. Now, this is a mind blowing. How much ATP do you need per day? The average adult makes and uses over 100 pounds of ATP every single day. That's incredible. 100 pounds of ATP. But you only store at one time in your body less than 0.2 of a pound. So almost nothing gets stored. So your body has to constantly make more energy on demand. That's why what you feed your mitochondria matters so much. 100 pounds. So if you didn't make any ATP, your muscles you could function for about, I don't know, a second or 4 seconds, maybe 4 seconds is the number. And then you would completely run out of energy. Your body would completely run down. So ATP, it's amazing. Okay. So what's secret number one? We're talking about macronutrients, proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. So secret number one, let's talk about protein. What does protein do for your ATP? Well, it helps your mitochondria build and repair. So when if you gotta make 100 pounds of ATP, you need your mitochondria going full force all the time. And they can, of course, wear out, or they can get damaged. We'll talk about how. So protein is huge. Protein is essential for glutathione production, which glutathione is your body's master antioxidant. We talk about the fact that your body makes antioxidant. We're designed to be able to handle some stresses. but we're not designed to be able to handle chronic stresses and the amount of stresses that we're bombarded with from electromagnetic overwhelm, from pollution, from just uh, the stress of working from dawn to dusk and thereafter, um, and other. We're just bombarded. So we have to give our natural antioxidants a little boost, but we need our natural antioxidants uh, at full function. So we need our glutathione. We need protein for the glutathione. Guess what? Your muscles, your skeletal muscles and your cardiac muscles have an enormous amount of mitochondria in every cell. Most body cells have from zero, which erythrocytes have no mitochondria, to let's say hundreds, maybe low thousands. Muscle mass, I mean, your muscle cells can have thousands and thousands and thousands of mitochondria, hundreds and hundreds, thousands and thousands. So protein is super important for your muscle, and your muscle is super important for your mitochondrial production. Okay, so what's an action step you can do? Start your day with 30 grams of high quality protein to support your metabolism, your satiety, and your mitochondrial repair. And I like to have a little bonus for you. I got one for you at the end, which is, what does 30 grams of protein look like? I'll show you what the bonus looks like after we finish the slides. Okay, secret number 2. We're talking about fats. Healthy fats are high efficiency fuel for your mitochondria. Your mitochondria love fatty acids, especially omega-3 fatty acids. And these healthy fats improve membrane function and electron transport efficiency. Now, this little image on the right is, an artificial intelligence generation of what a mitochondria might look like. But we have electron scans, and we know what they look like inside. And they have all of those, they're called cristae, but all of those membranes that transport electrons from one molecule to another. And all of those membranes need protection. And healthy fats help the membranes to do that. Fats are also anti-inflammatory, and they help to stabilize that internal delicate structure of the mitochondria so it can function. So what's the action step for secret number 2? Include omega-3 rich foods daily. Wild salmon, chia seed, walnuts, and use a high quality supplement. Now, this is something you don't know. Not everybody can know about their supplements, but you really want, when it comes to fish oil supplements, you want a fish oil that's processed, like from the fish to the oil, in an oxygen-free environment. Because once oxygen hits those oils, they start to turn rancid. And I happen to know a company that produces their fish oil in an oxygen-free, nitrogen-rich environment. Very important, because otherwise they're just starting to go bad on the shelf. Even within the shelf life, even within the expiration date, as soon as oxygen is present, that starts the clock ticking with the oils turning rancid. So very important. Secret number 3. So we talked about protein, we talked about fats. Well, let's talk about carbs. When you choose your carbs wisely, they're clean burning fuel for your mitochondria. So here we go. Carbohydrates break down into glucose, a quick access energy source for mitochondria. Too many refined carbs will lead to glucose spikes, which leads to insulin resistance, which leads to mitochondrial stress. Let's see. Is mitochondrial stress good or bad? Bad. Okay. Low glycemic, fiber-rich carbs provide steady fuel and support your gut health, which impacts your mitochondria too. I guess I didn't need that period after the exclamation point. Note to self. Double punctuation, not necessary. So what's the action step here? Protein and produce. Now we do have a good food, bad food list, but when you're, out shopping or just, planning your meals or whatever, and you don't want to pull out that piece of paper or that, that file, just remember protein and produce. Build meals around protein first, and then add colorful, fibrous carbs, veggies, berries, sweet potatoes for balanced fuel. Got a bonus secret for you. Antioxidants are like bodyguards for your mitochondria. And can't take a call right now. Here are the key points. Mitochondria naturally produce reactive oxygen species during energy production. These are, somebody's unmuted. These are the free radical electrons that bounce around and wreak so much havoc in the body. It's a part of life. It's when they get overwhelmed that's a problem. So what can we do? Antioxidants, just naming a few: vitamin C, vitamin E, selenium, glutathione, coenzyme Q10, polyphenols protect your mitochondria from oxidative stress and damage. So foods like leafy greens, citrus, garlic, green tea, and dark chocolate are supportive of your mitochondria. What's the action step? Eat the rainbow. Aim for 3 or more colors per meal, and then consider micronutrients that will support your mitochondria, especially over the age of 40. Woo, that was a lot, right? A lot of secrets. So just to introduce myself, I'm Dr. Lisa Singletary. I am known as the 100-pound weight loss specialist, and I created the 5 M's of total transformation: mindset, macronutrients, micronutrients, motion, and measurement. And we're talking about macronutrients today, which is why I have on a purple shirt. Today's color is purple. And every month we go through all the M's. And months that are 4 weeks, we do 2 M's at a time, combining them. And the rest of the months, when there are 5 Saturdays, we do 1 M per week. And what does this do for you? It helps to empower your personal transformation from the inside out. I am a retired family physician. I have a master's degree in public health. I'm a certified holistic health coach, and I'm all about you achieving your health goals. 2006, My mitochondria were on full blast because I had the motion, I had the mindset, but guess what? My metabolism was stressed, and it was a stressful time. I used actually ballroom dancing uh, to relax and reset and restore. So this was great. And we talked about mindset last week. When that music turned on, all the pain went away. However, I gave up ballroom dancing in 2008. I also gave up my medical practice because I went home to take care of my parents, which I did for 8 years. And by the end of that time of honor and service to my parents, I needed my father's wheelchair just to get around the house. I needed a miracle. And this slide reminds me, this is my I need a miracle slide, but it's also my disclaimer slide. Is though I am a medical doctor, I am not diagnosing or treating or curing any diseases on this call. This is not a medical consultation. Just uh, some good things that I know, backed by research. And I have to say that at that time in my life, I did need a miracle. And I found something, or something found me, that changed my life. And that was learning how to nourish my cells. In fact, it wasn't just nourishment, it was hydration, detoxification, and then complete nutrition. It made a change completely in the trajectory of my life. And it allowed me to go from the picture on the left to the picture on the right, and my journey's still continuing. So today we discovered the secrets of how to fuel, feed, and fortify, go ChatGPT with the alliterations, your mitochondria with the right macros so you can power up from the inside out. Now I have another bonus secret for you, and that is, with your permission, I'll show you exactly how I gave my mitochondria complete nutrition. And that was with, and I developed this as well, the 5 steps to nutritional completeness. Step number 1, avoid those ultra processed, gluten rich, seed oil rich foods that are so prevalent in the standard American diet. We gotta, and it's more important, I have to tell you, it's more important to avoid the bad foods than which foods you decide to eat. So you could be vegan, you can be vegetarian, you can be lacto-ovarian, you can be cardio, uh, carnivore, you could be keto, you could be um, uh, paleo, you could be protein to fuel, protein to energy, P to E. Shout out to Dr. Ted Naiman. Who else? I met Dr. Sears, the Zone Diet. I met Dr. Atkins, the Atkins Diet. Mediterranean, doesn't matter. Your preference. What matters is avoiding the bad foods. So when you get a diet, you might get one from a nutritionist. I got to put that in quotes. You might get one from just searching on the internet or from a friend or whatever. Whatever the diet is great. But if it has the bad foods on it, you got to get those out and then follow the rest. All right, step 2, 90 essential nutrients. The body needs them every day. Step 3, we've been on this, antioxidants, adaptogens, anti-inflammatories. We got to protect our mitochondria. Step 4, you are not what you eat. You are what you absorb. And you can only absorb the nutrients properly if your gut lining is healthy and if your gut microbiome are functioning maximally. And then step 5, wellness wonderland. All right, now you can go crazy. You can do your brain support, your joint support, your your cryotherapy, your infrared mats, your, well, um, patches, your uh, anything you want to try. There's a lot out there, right? But anything that you try uh, in Wellness Wonderland, these targeted supplements and strategies have to be on the foundation of the first 4 steps. All right. So 9 essential nutrients, 6 essential minerals, 16 essential vitamins, 12 essential amino acids, and 2 to 3 essential fatty acids. That's a whole nother slide why it's 2 to 3, but I mean, uh, session. What I want to focus on here is the word essential. Essential means 2 things. Number 1, it means that you need it, right? Makes sense. Something is essential. But medically, the word is, or biologically, the word essential means your body can't make it. So you have to take these on board, whether it's in your food, good luck getting them all, or with 9 essential nutrient supplements, high quality supplements. And this is what changed the game for me. The Healthy Body Start. Actually, no, not the Healthy Body Start. Just one component of this pack got me out of a wheelchair and helped me lose 85 pounds over 8 months. And now, over time, I'm down over 150 pounds. So getting my cells, getting my mitochondria, the right nutrients in the right dosages at the right time of day helped me optimize my mornings and recharge my evenings. Plus, I'm going to share with you, since we're talking about macronutrients today, some supplements that could be game changers. For instance, if you are on a carnivore or keto or a high protein diet, you might have trouble getting your greens in, getting those phytonutrients and all the colors of the rainbow because you're cutting your carbs. So a good strategy is to use a super greens drink, or even we have fruit and vegetable capsules, which just is amazing. All right. Now, if you're on the other hand, a vegetarian diet or even vegan, you're going to have trouble getting in protein. And so we have our plant-based protein shake that has all of the amino acids. It's amazing. It's delicious. Blends like a dream. And we have other high quality, high protein options for your shakes and smoothies and whatever. I just want to share some of these with you because they address the needs of your macros. And you don't have to worry about if you're cutting certain things out of your diet, you can still get with the 5 steps, you can still get in the macros that you need. All right, so like I promised, I've got an ebook for, this is a draft of an ebook. I haven't completed it, so it's not pretty, but it's power packed because it shows you in different categories what 30 grams of protein looks like. So go ahead and scan this QR code or go to drlisasingletary.online/30 grams of protein and put a hyphen in between each word. So drlisasingletary.online/30 hyphen grams hyphen of hyphen protein. Okay. And what's next? All right. So some of you may not know where to start on this whole health journey. I gave you a clue what the 5 steps are, but You just don't know what the first step is. So here's your huge win. We've had a bunch of small wins, but here's a huge one. And that is to go to the Health Hub and complete the 3 steps there and begin your journey taking the 90 essential nutrients every day. So scan this QR code or that link that's been on every slide, drlisasingletary.online/health-hub. There's an alliteration. Ooh, can I move that? I can't move that. So this is webinar 17. Oh, I gotta change this. I mixed these up. You see that? 16, 18, 17. All right, I mixed these up. So this is thinking up now. This was last week, mindset and motion. This is this week, April 12th. But we're talking about macronutrients. So the best carb, fat, and proteins. Next week, we'll be talking about micronutrients, the secret nutrients your cells crave for energy and longevity. So we're gonna be in Wellness Wonderland next week with the micronutrients. Oh, I have a special invitation for you. Okay, how many of you remember Coach Judy bringing her fire and her vivaciousness, talking about the power of movement? And she invited me back to do a webinar with her, and we're doing a webinar together on May the 3rd at 12 noon. So please, please, please scan this QR code and join us at the Faith, Fitness, and Freedom Wonderfully Whole webinar. You can go to the link. Now, this link is different. All my other links were drlisasingletary.online. This link is drlisasingletary.com/faith-fitness-freedom/invitation. Now, if you did go to drlisasingletary.online, you could get there by drlisasingletary.online/faith-fitness-freedom. That takes you to the same place. Okay. So we're shedding light on the secrets. So let me just stop this share real quickly. I'm going to show you the oh, I got to escape out of this. I'm going to show you the oh, let's escape. It's around here somewhere. Oh, since I'm here, we got one more invitation, and that is to the watch party tonight. So I'll be putting up a post about this or something. But I want to stop the share. Here we go. Now I can share you my, what does 30 grams of healthy protein look like? And we've got some animal-based sources that are highly bioavailable. Plant-based sources. I scratched off peanut butter. You know, Dr. Walling. Protein powders. And this is good because it shows you the different types of protein to look for. and some ideas of balanced meals with about 30 grams of protein. So it's a very handy and helpful, hopefully valuable guide that you can download. Okay. Whew, well, we got a lot done, a little bit of time, and we've got a super Saturday to get to in just a few minutes. So I'm going to say ciao for now, baby, and stop the recording. And if you're here live, hold on. Don't leave yet because I want to get our class photo. Okay. I love you all. Mwah.